The arena is electric, a sea of flashing lights and deafening chants. The energy in the air isn't just excitement, it's anticipation, the kind that only comes when two worlds collide. On one side, a man who has ruled the octagon with precision, power, and an unbreakable will. On the other, a legend of the squared circle, a king of mind games and brute strength. This isn't just another fight. It's a battle between two icons, two completely different warriors stepping into the unknown, where rules are blurred and egos are on the line. The audience knows something historic is about to happen, but no one can predict how it will end. Conor McGregor walks through the backstage corridor, his usual swagger unshaken, his mind locked onto the challenge ahead. He has fought killers inside the cage, stood toe-to-toe with boxing royalty, but tonight is different. The ropes, the turnbuckles, the very fabric of where he's about to step. This is a world built on spectacle, larger-than-life moments, and mind games that extend far beyond physical combat. But he isn't here to entertain. He's here to fight, to prove that no matter the arena, no matter the rules, he is the ultimate warrior. As he reaches the entrance ramp, the sound of his music hitting the speakers sends a shockwave through the crowd. He steps out, smirking at the chaos, knowing full well that everyone is waiting for the answer to the same question: can he survive in a world that isn't his? But before that question can be answered, the lights go dark. A moment of silence lingers, and then boom. A sledgehammer slams onto the stage, the impact sending sparks flying as a towering figure emerges from the shadows. Triple H, the cerebral assassin, the man who built an empire with his own hands, stands at the top of the ramp, staring down at the UFC megastar below. There's no hesitation in his gaze, no amusement, only the cold, calculated confidence of a man who has been in this business for decades. He knows every trick, every mind game, and he's not about to let an outsider walk in and make a name at his expense. The intensity in the air is suffocating as the two men step into the ring, their eyes locked like two predators sizing each other up. There are no handshakes, no words exchanged, just an unspoken agreement that tonight, someone's legacy will be tested. The bell hasn't even rung, and yet it already feels like a fight that will be talked about for years. Conor stands firm, light on his feet, ready to explode at any moment. Triple H, on the other hand, doesn't move. He simply smirks, knowing full well that in his domain, patience is a weapon. The fans don't know what to expect. Is this going to be a wrestling match? A fight? A war? Even the commentators seem unsure, their voices filled with excitement and uncertainty. Then, out of nowhere, McGregor makes the first move. A blistering left hand shoots forward, a punch that has knocked out champions, sent men crumbling to the mat. But before it can land, Triple H moves. Not with the speed of a fighter, but with the precision of a man who has spent his entire career controlling the flow of a match. He sidesteps, deflects, and in an instant, the tables turn. A crushing knee drives into McGregor's ribs, forcing a grunt from the Irishman. The crowd erupts. This isn't just a wrestling match, this is a fight in its purest form. McGregor stumbles back, caught off guard by the raw power behind the shot. He's fought big men before, but Triple H isn't just strong, he's a strategist. He knows how to make every move count, how to make an opponent second-guess themselves before they even realize what's happening. But Conor isn't the type to hesitate. He resets, grins through the pain, and steps forward again, his fists tightening. What happens next is unlike anything the fans expected. A blur of movement, a clash of two warriors who refuse to back down, and suddenly, the match spirals into chaos. The ropes shake, the mat trembles, and bodies collide in a brutal exchange of strength and skill. Every strike feels personal, every move calculated. The fans are on their feet, screaming, some chanting for McGregor, others rallying behind the King of Kings. And just when it seems like one man is about to take control, something unexpected happens, something that changes everything. The crowd gasps, the energy in the arena shifts, and in that moment, both men realize that tonight isn't just about winning or losing. It's about survival. The air in the arena is thick with intensity, the kind that only comes when two dominant forces collide. Conor McGregor circles the ring, his sharp eyes locked onto Triple H, who stands tall, unfazed, as if he has already predicted every move the UFC star might make. This isn't just another match, another fight. This is a battle for pride, for legacy, and for the right to claim dominance over a world neither man fully understands. The crowd roars with every feint, every twitch of movement, waiting for one of them to explode. But in this kind of fight, patience is just as deadly as aggression. McGregor, known for his razor-sharp counterstriking, feints with a quick jab, testing the waters. Triple H doesn't flinch. He has been in too many wars, taken on too many giants, to fall for something so simple. The game doesn't just rely on brute strength. His mind is a weapon just as deadly as his sledgehammer. He knows Conor thrives on emotions, on dragging opponents into his kind of fight, but that won't work here. This isn't the octagon, and Triple H is determined to make the Irishman feel like an outsider. For a brief moment, McGregor hesitates. It's slight, almost unnoticeable, but it's enough. Triple H lunges forward, a sudden burst of power that sends McGregor reeling into the ropes. The impact is jarring, and before he can react, the WWE legend is on him, using his size and strength to pin him against the ropes. The crowd is split. Some chant for the game, others scream for McGregor to fight back. But the tide of the match is shifting, and Conor knows he can't afford to let Triple H dictate the pace. With a sharp elbow, McGregor creates just enough space to escape. He slips out of the hold, spinning away from the ropes, and as soon as he sees an opening, he launches a precise left hand. The punch lands clean, snapping Triple H's head to the side. The crowd erupts. But if McGregor expected him to stumble, to show weakness, he's mistaken. Instead, the veteran wrestler turns back, grinning through the pain, as if inviting McGregor to try again. The tension between them isn't just physical, it's psychological. Triple H wants to prove that McGregor doesn't belong here, that he is nothing more than a guest in a world he can never master. But McGregor has never been one to accept limitations. He has built his career on defying the odds, stepping into the unknown, and proving people wrong. He isn't just here to entertain, he is here to dominate, to make this ring his. Somewhere backstage, the WWE locker room watches in silence. Some wrestlers smirk, doubting McGregor's ability to last in a professional wrestling environment. Others, however, see something different. The same fire that made McGregor a two-division UFC champion, the same refusal to back down, is what makes him dangerous in any fight, no matter the rules. There's talk that this isn't just a one-time event, that maybe McGregor is here for more than just a single night. But nothing is certain yet. Back in the ring, the fight continues to escalate. McGregor picks up the pace, relying on his superior speed and footwork to stay out of Triple H's grasp. But the game is relentless, cutting off angles, forcing McGregor into positions where raw strength matters more than finesse. It's a constant battle of strategy versus instinct, power versus precision. And just when it seems like McGregor is about to break through, the unexpected happens. A figure emerges from the crowd, storming toward the ring. The audience gasps, unsure of what's about to unfold. Triple H and McGregor both glance toward the disturbance, their momentary distraction allowing the tension to shift once again. The match isn't just about them anymore. Something bigger is at play, something neither man saw coming. And in that instant, everything changes. A sudden shift in energy ripples through the arena as the uninvited figure storms toward the ring. The crowd erupts in a mixture of shock and excitement, their attention momentarily diverted from the brutal clash between Conor McGregor and Triple H. Both men pause, their focus snapping toward the approaching presence, each of them calculating what this intrusion could mean. For a split second, the fight is no longer just about them, it's about something bigger, something unseen that has been brewing behind the scenes. The figure steps onto the apron, revealing himself under the bright lights. A towering presence, someone with history in both the worlds of combat sports and professional wrestling. The recognition spreads like wildfire through the audience, murmurs turning into deafening roars. This wasn't just any outsider looking to make a statement, this was someone with an agenda, a score to settle. Triple H's expression hardens, while McGregor, never one to back down, smirks as if welcoming the chaos. Before anyone can react, the invader lunges. A steel chair swings through the air, aimed directly at Triple H. But just as it's about to land, McGregor reacts with lightning reflexes, ducking out of harm's way. The steel connects with Triple H's shoulder, the impact echoing throughout the arena. The game stumbles, caught off guard, pain flashing across his face. But before the attacker can strike again, McGregor seizes the opportunity, launching forward with a sharp left hand that lands flush against the newcomer's jaw. The force sends him staggering back, the chair slipping from his grasp and clattering onto the mat. The referee is in complete disarray, torn between whether to call off the match or let the chaos unfold. Security rushes toward the ring, but McGregor, now fueled by the unexpected turn of events, isn't done. With the instincts of a fighter who has spent his entire career in high-stakes battles, he turns his attention back to Triple H, pressing forward with a flurry of strikes. The WWE legend, despite the pain radiating through his arm, grits his teeth and absorbs the onslaught, biding his time, waiting for the right moment to counter. The crowd is split, some cheering for McGregor's relentless assault, others rallying behind Triple H, urging him to turn the tide. But beneath the surface, something else is happening. The interference wasn't random. Someone had orchestrated this, someone who didn't want this fight to reach its natural conclusion. And now, with security flooding the ring, it's unclear whether McGregor and Triple H will be able to finish what they started. As bodies fill the ring, chaos erupts. Officials struggle to restore order, pushing McGregor back, while Triple H, still seething from the ambush, locks eyes with the Irishman. The tension between them hasn't lessened, in fact, it's only grown stronger. This was supposed to be a definitive showdown, a battle that settled the question of dominance. But now, with outside interference and unfinished business, the fight has become something else entirely. Just when it seems like things might calm down, McGregor, with his signature defiance, shoves past security and points straight at Triple H. The message is clear: this isn't over. The game, never one to back down, responds with a slow nod, his eyes promising that when the dust settles, they will meet again. But what neither man realizes is that forces beyond their control are already moving, pulling strings behind the scenes, setting the stage for something far bigger than either of them could have imagined. The tension in the arena is electric, the match left unresolved, yet the energy suggests that the fight isn't over, not by a long shot. Security does everything in their power to separate Conor McGregor and Triple H, but both men refuse to look away, their stares locked in a silent, dangerous promise. The interference had robbed them of a proper conclusion, and now, with emotions at their peak, there was no way either of them would let things end like this. As the dust settles, an announcement echoes through the arena speakers, cutting through the chaos. The match is officially ruled a no contest. Boos erupt from the crowd, displeasure spreading like wildfire. This wasn't how they wanted it to go down. They came for a war, for a definitive victor, but instead, the night had spiraled into something unexpected. Yet, before the frustration could fully take over, Triple H grabs a microphone, his voice cutting through the noise with pure authority. He doesn't make excuses. He doesn't complain about the interference. Instead, he looks McGregor dead in the eyes and lays out the challenge: a rematch. No outside interference. No rules. Just them, settling this once and for all. McGregor's grin returns, a fire burning in his eyes as he steps forward, taking the mic for himself. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't stall. He accepts without a second thought, promising that when the time comes, there will be no doubts left, no excuses, no unfinished business. The crowd explodes, the anticipation already reaching a fever pitch, but before the moment can solidify, the lights flicker. A sudden darkness sweeps over the arena, followed by the low hum of a distorted, familiar entrance theme. Then, out of the shadows, a new figure emerges. The audience gasps as the mastermind behind the interference finally reveals himself, stepping onto the stage with a confidence that suggests he has been in control of this from the very beginning. He was never just some rogue outsider trying to make a name for himself. He was someone with a plan, someone with a motive far bigger than anyone had realized. And now, standing at the top of the ramp, watching as McGregor and Triple H process his arrival, he finally speaks. His words send a ripple through the crowd, an announcement that changes everything. The rematch wouldn't just be a fight between two men. It wouldn't be just about McGregor and Triple H anymore. This had become something else, something bigger. The interference wasn't random, the chaos wasn't unplanned. This had all been orchestrated to set up something that no one saw coming. McGregor clenches his fists, his mind already working through the possibilities. Triple H, ever the strategist, stands still, his expression unreadable as he listens. But no matter how they feel about it, no matter how unexpected this turn of events is, there's no escaping what comes next. The game had changed. The fight had evolved. And what was once a battle between two warriors had now turned into something far greater than they had ever imagined. The show fades to black, leaving the audience in stunned silence, their minds racing with questions. Who had been pulling the strings all along? What did this interference truly mean? And most importantly, when McGregor and Triple H finally step back into the ring, will they even be fighting the same war they thought they were?